With above average health points and way above average defense, that plus the special head buffers makes you take 40% less damage at all times, since the head covers pretty much everything. Greetings, Rigil Agateides here, getting through another great swimming club suit before the event game mode ends. The suit we're on today is the bizarre looking Juaggu. It's so slow! Without the thrusters, this 350 cost support type has the slowest walking speed in the game. Adding 10% to that underwater isn't going to change that. Good thing it has some usable thrusters. As always in this event, we are deep into the fight right off the bat. Good thing the one to knock us down is their general type and not that Rigil E. Now the weapons on the Dagu as a trade-off for being the slowest suit in the game. They are pretty good. The main weapon is the triple missile tubes. While we have to stand still to fire, they stagger on 4 hits, capable of suppressive fire and packs a serious punch. It also reloads quickly, which is crucial because we only have 2 weapons. The other weapon is the quad beam cannons. This weapon is the one that makes the Dagu good. While it almost fully overheats on a single shot, it hurts like a truck, staggers immediately, and fires while using thrusters. That is a huge difference when it comes to defending yourself on this thing that can't walk. Thanks to the rather short wait time between shots, when the situation comes, don't hesitate to overheat them. You'd rather wait for it to cool down than to wait for a respawn. Enemies all staying above water, just like on the Zoc, it's not a good situation because we want our opponents to have a 10% speed debuff. Not getting up there though, that's their raid type and we have no interest in making his life easier. Luckily he can't dive us because we have plenty of teammates with us. Okay, teammate goes down, he moves to the right and it's our time to push the left. By the time we get up there though, the enemy already finished shooting the opposite side and we duck back underwater. Or at least we fought. Getting shot to mid-air results in a down, good thing the enemy wasn't ready to follow up. Beam cannons to stun and then a quick barrage into his knees, read him like a book and missile tube special counter. Don't you love how the swimming club gets all the cool melee motions? Full barrage into him, but he barely lives, not going to get very far underwater though, and we finish him up with the beam cannons. The Dagu being exceptionally slow doesn't come with just some pretty nice guns. The Dagu is also horrendously tough. With above average health points and way above average defense, that plus the special head buffers makes you take 40% less damage at all times, since the head covers pretty much everything. And in this case, even more because this is a level 4 machine with heavy armor. Teammates already spawned in for a second wave and we still live, but not for long. Here comes the Rigil E. Just like the Zoc, we spawn underwater because why not? Teammates almost finish up the enemy underwater and will take the finishing kill. Not even hard with these quad beam cannons. Someone planted on our base, time to defuse the bomb. Simple work as our teammate drives the Rigil E away. He should have fought with his team instead of spending his time planting. I think you can understand why I say this thing is just made of head. Unfortunately, it takes a long time to get underwater and we get stopped halfway. While the weapons on the Dagu have a good range at 350, it's pretty short in 500 standards. So we avoid challenging people on ground, dive underwater once again. Just let them get close enough on their own. Enemies on the platform in the middle is quite a pain because that position allows them to shoot anywhere on our half of the map. But by sticking close to the bottom of the platform, they can't shoot us. One thruster bar is just enough for us to move to the other side of the platform. Don't seem like a good idea to get out of the water yet though. A raid type again? That's weird, maybe there's two of them. Look at his health bar go though. Teammate on the left goes down and the enemy starts diving in. We use our rockets to stagger the general type above and then we have to run. While we can take fire from range, our melee resistance isn't particularly great. Just like the Zoc, the quad beam cannons hurt tremendously when all 4 shots connect. The general type realizes he is in no position to challenge us and starts running, but a thruster beam shot! You're staying underwater. Full missile barrage and he survives with a sliver of health again. Darn. Can't really do much about that though as we get pressured from above. Finally made it to the ramp, took me long enough. Not here to challenge them on land, but to bait them underwater though. Peek for one beam shot and immediately pull back, that's how you annoy people. They spray their machine guns on us, which didn't really do much, returning fire, and our beam and rockets take a respectable chunk out of each of them. He dives in for a final charge, but of course he doesn't make it. Lucky us though, would not look pretty if the general type decides to melee us from behind. Final 40 seconds, definitely can make it to the end with one death this time. Blind shots with our rockets and they almost all hit. Woohoo! Wait for the beam to cool down and charge up the ramp while aiming. Ah, shit. I take back what I said about not dying. Crouch and then a full barrage on this general type. Man just melted. Beam shot and he goes down, but crap, the enemy already spawned behind us. That was a good match on the forbidden level for Juaggu. The beam cannon firing while using thrusters is a huge plus if you can bear the negative walking speed. A unique play style, you may say. That's it for me this time. Latest.